Sorry about this. This will be part two. My computer decided to be act kind of all screwy. So again, sorry about that. And I have no idea who this is calling me, but anyway, sorry about that. Um, so anyway, Vince McMahon came out and welcomed everyone to Monday Night Raw. Sorry, I can't do my Vince McMahon impression. That got a thank you Vince chant, which I want to echo. Thank you, Vince. Um, I know over the 1,000 episodes, there have been some bad ones. There have been some really bad ones. But for the most part, I think Raw has given wrestling fans some of the greatest moments in wrestling history. Uh, Doing a top 10 list of greatest Raw moments would be almost impossible in my, as far as I'm concerned. Just so many moments. Anyway, Vince then welcomes D-Generation X, which, of course, then brings out Shawn and Hunter. Um, Hunter or Shawn gets on the mic and says that he thinks something's missing. Hunter agrees and then says, "Then there used to be more of us." That gets a pop from the crowd, which kind of knows what's going on now. Um, they do their whole point thing, whatever it's called, down to the entrance ramp, and um, the old Jeep from the WCW invasion when they invaded WCW comes out, and out come the New Age Outlaws and X-Pac. Um, this was fun. This was a fun little segment. I was kind of hoping I'd hear the maybe something like where Shawn says basically the same thing as like, "What's missing?" And Hunter goes, "I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. I don't know." And then you hear, "Oh, you didn't know?" It would have been nice to hear that old New Age Outlaws theme song, but we did get to hear the ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Um, I was a little disappointed that they edited out the badass Billy Gunn part. Um, Unless this was just like Road Dogg's way of kind of making fun of the PG rating a little bit, because I mean they've said ass before on there, so I don't know what the big deal about that was. Like I said, it might have been just a little jab, inside jab at the whole PG thing. Um, so they do their shtick. You have a nice little thing where you have an argument between Shawn and Billy over who will do the "if you're not down with that" line. Um, Hunter, of course, making a comment about he's the one who's still only one who still has all his hair. Uh, and I loved the addition of Damien Sandow. I love this character. I want him to come out one day and say something like, "By my mere presence, I hope to elevate you all to one day mere mediocrity." It would just fit the character so well, just to have him. Um, but it was a great segment. Line of the lines of the night um, were both from Damien. Uh, the I know something to the effect of, and I'm paraphrasing now. I've slept since then, so forgive me if I can't remember every single line. That he knew that they could tear him apart, but that if they did, he would not be a victim, but he would be a martyr for those who appreciate sophistication. And then the whole when they're huddling around trying to figure out what to say, what to do, and he's kind of looking over their shoulder. He says, "That's rude." That was just classic. Of course, it ended like you'd expect. Uh, Super kick by Shawn into a pedigree by Hunter. Then they kick him out of the ring, and Billy gets to do his "and if you're not down with that" uh, line. So it was a good, real nostalgic moment. Then we go to commercial, we come back, and we have our opening match. It was Rey Mysterio teaming up with Sin Cara and um, Sheamus, which when this happened, I turned to my wife and said, "One of these things is not like the other." I'm sorry, it was just hilarious to see Rey, Sin Cara, Sheamus, dark skin, white as ivory, versus the team of Dolph Ziggler, Chris Jericho, and the Black Hole of Charisma himself, Alberto Del Rio. Um, Good match. Um, they they've really started to play up the potential face turn for Jericho when Ziggler cheap shot at Jericho, which allowed Sheamus to hit the brogue kick for the win. Um, I'm really thinking now that uh, it's looking like they're going to probably move Ziggler to SmackDown, um, going after the world title. He'll probably be the top heel on that show, with Punk probably being the top heel on Raw. Um, I see nothing but upside for Ziggler. My only fear is that that this feud will lead to Jericho getting Money in the Bank and getting the world title shot. I hope this doesn't happen because I don't think uh, he deserves a title. I don't think he needs a title right now. Jericho doesn't need a title. He's done pretty much everything there is to do in this company. Um, Ziggler is deserving of this push and deserving of a title and a real world title run. I'm really, really liking uh, the Ziggler character. And I think the one thing he needs right now is to drop Vicky. But that's a topic for another day. Uh, I had a funny backstage segment with Layla and AJ, with a lot of the guys like R-Truth and um, Piper jumping rope with little Jimmy, and then of course Mae Young with the all grown up hand was just wrong. The Heath Slater segment, which she fought Lita, it was good to see Lita, and she's looking beautiful as ever. She's probably looking better than she's looked in a long time. Good to see the APA, and I got to give props to Slater for selling that clothesline from hell like a pro. He literally looked like he'd been killed by that. Anyway, since I don't know how much more time I have on this, I'm going to make this quick. AJ wedding. It was good to see Slick, even though the St. Louis crowd seemed to have no idea who he was. Uh, AJ now as general manager. This is going to be a hit or miss. This is either going to be really, really good or really, really bad, depending on where they go with it. I'm just taking a wait and see attitude with this. The Rock getting the title shot at Royal Rumble. Again, I don't really want to see Rock Cena again, even though I think we are going to have it eventually. So anyway, I'll get to a little bit about that later. Main event. By now, everyone knows what happened. Uh, Punk attacked The Rock, gave Rock the GTS, and basically turned heel. Um, I have no problem with the heel turn. Honestly, um, it made kind of makes sense if you're going to turn him heel that The Rock is the logical person for him to attack. He attacked Cena. Really, no bad ramifications I see from the fans because of how the fans are kind of split 50-50. So, and they've already said that they don't see eye to eye. So, you attack a legend, you attack someone that almost everyone seems to love and respect, and with that, I think that Punk keeps the title till Rumble. I honestly do. I think it's the smartest thing to do because then you have the setup that you can have Punk Rock at the Rumble. Rock wins. Uh, Cena wins the Rumble itself, which leads up to the rematch at WrestleMania for the WWE title, and Cena gets his revenge, or whatever you want to call it, against The Rock, his loss to The Rock, and gets his WWE title back. Um, Overall, my thoughts of the show overall, I thought it was a very, very good show. It was exactly what I kind of expected it to be. Didn't really expect a heavy wrestling show with this one. This was a celebration. I loved all the little nostalgia moments they had. Um, I missed though not seeing Austin or Edge, um, but I understand why Austin wasn't there. The stories I heard was he was shooting a movie, and he's so far not a big enough name in the movie industry that he can just take off whenever he wants to go to Raw. So I kind of understand that, but still it would have been fun to see him. Also, it would have been really fun to see Edge. Um, but like I said, overall, great show. Good to see everyone there that was there, and really looking forward to Raw next week to see where everything goes. Um, on a quick little note, first of all, I want to apologize for the poor quality of the show. Again, I'm using my wife's laptop right now as I don't have one of my own. Um, I'm hoping to get one eventually, maybe soon. I don't know. Uh, Comment on the video down there, subscribe up there, and I will hopefully put up another episode next week. If not, I will see you on here someday. And this is Fanboy 1977 saying so long.